Greetings and salutations, I'm Keb. Welcome back to this Let's Play of Outpost 2, Divided Destiny. So we finished mission 5, it's time to go on to mission 6 and all the stories. Start with the mission briefing. Commander, we have sent a convoy of scouts, cargo trucks and armed escorts to one of the sites where the part of the Conestoga fell to New Terra. Our scientists have identified some crucial components we need to recover from this site. Finding them and returning them to our spaceport will allow our scientists to reverse engineer the parts and expedite our new starship construction. If the parts are not already identified, then move the scouts within scanning range of all the wreckage sites. As the parts are identified, your computer display will mark these locations. Once a part is located, load it into a cargo truck and return it to the convoy's starting point. Okay. Satellite information has identified several Plymouth units in the area. We do not know their intent. Be prepared for any actions they might take, but remember that returning the parts intact is our top priority. Be prepared for one other threat, as well as the Blight continues to spread the atmosphere in be prepared for another threat as well. As the Blight continues to spread in the atmosphere, I suppose. I read. Misread. Okay, there we go. Be prepared for another threat as well. As the Blight continues to spread, the atmosphere on New Terra is thickening. There we go. I can read occasionally. High winds are generating dangerous vortexes that can destroy our fragile vehicles. Keep the vehicles away from these ominous twisters. Ooh, tornadoes. See the specific objectives list for further information. Okay. Plymouth unit links. Weapon unknown. Yeah. Okay. Objectives. We are gonna return to 3 spacecraft. Okay, that's fine. Just yank 3 spacecraft parts. Lovely. Onwards to the story. 6 alliances. Emma's face looked shocked as it appeared on the heads-up display of his spacesuit helmet. He decided that for this first attempt at re-establishing contact, he'd risk a visual signal. Maker, Axon, I was afraid you were dead. The cargo truck hit a pothole so deep Axon was tossed against his straps. The pain reminded him that he was still very much alive. They took craft from me, Emma, and things have happened here. I don't know if you know this, but Eden is on the move. I don't know if you were alive either. She flashed a little smile, and it sent a flutter through him. Had he missed it that much? I can't say it has been a near thing. I can't say it hasn't been a near thing a couple of times, Axon. We've had our problems too, and I'm at least peripherally aware of yours from satellite imagery. But though I've tried to contact you every chance I've gotten, there's never been an answer. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Yeah, come on, scroll. I wish I'd had that kind of access, Emma. Even now, I still have to talk to craft through backdoor channels. That's why I'm in a pressure suit and busting my spleen bouncing around this garbage truck. She smiled again. It's good to hear from you, Axon. It's good to talk to you, Emma. Talk to you too, Emma, but my time is short and I don't know when I'll be able to talk with you again. I have to warn you about Nguyin's bug, the thing that we call the Blight. I'm passing you a data file. I'm passing you a data file while we're talking. We know quite a bit about it already. Frost has been incredibly resourceful on this matter. He took a deep breath before continuing. Did Frost tell you the planet is doomed? Her face went dead serious. You're sure? There's maybe 1 chance in 1,000, but we have to assume that the only real hope for survival is to build another starship and escape the planet. She nodded sadly. We suspected as much and have been acting accordingly. It's going to be a close thing, a real balancing act of resources, research and technology. We can't just recreate the original starship that brought us here. It was a brute force project constructed with the resources of a fully developed planet behind it. We have to build smarter, faster, lighter, higher technology across the board. He paused for another deep breath. This wasn't going to be easy. Emma, I don't think there are enough resources for 2 starships or 2 starship programs. Based on what Craft has learned, Eden has a clear technological lead. What are you saying, Axon? I want you to help hold back the Plymouth program in any way you can, and give Eden the clearest shot possible. He saw the anger on her face. though he couldn't predict how that would color a response. Is that all? Plymouth has one thing that Eden needs for its program to be successful. Again he paused, just the thought of it making his teeth grind. Our human gene bank has been destroyed by terrorists. I want you to help me to get the copy from Plymouth, with a minimum of bloodshed, of course. Oh, of course, she stared back at him. Axon, were you always this oblivious to sarcasm? Frag it if I'm going to sell out my own people. You may be ahead on the hardware, but without the human gene bank, how do you think any colony ship has any prayer of success? And if you have terrorists running around, who would do such a thing? If you're terrorists around who would do such a thing, how can you even imagine you could be trusted with the only other gene bank in existence? The people in Eden are your people too, Emma. They are all our people. Or have you forgotten that? I'm just trying to do what's best for the survival of the species. She smirked. Are you sure? Why don't you sabotage Eden's space program so Plymouth and its intact gene bank have a chance? She waited for a moment, studying him. I didn't think so. This was getting nowhere. Emma, there's an impact site about 50 kilometers east of you where some of the wreckage from the original starship touched down. We have an expedition there now, gathering the remains of key components so we can examine and reverse engineer them. Her eyes widened. Plymouth is sending out a convoy to do the same thing. He groaned. That's why I'm telling you, Emma. The Eden expedition is armed. Find a way to warn your people off. It's too late, Axon. They've already left. She licked her lips. They're armed too. I guess this is about to heat up into a shooting war, no matter what either of us does. He glanced out the window of the truck and saw the towering side of the ore melter looming above him. Emma, I have to go. Think about what I said. Think about what I said, Axon. May the best colony win. Pray that somebody does. Oh my. He shut down the connection just as the truck rolled onto the melter's loading dock. He slumped into the seat and gazed as the melter's mottled wall as a thump indicated that the loading grapples had latched onto the trailer behind him. That went well. And Emma didn't think he had understood sarcasm. Brooke dropped his clip gun carelessly on the flat outcrop of rock and sat down beside it. He drew his knees up in front of him, leaned back against a larger boulder behind him, and settled back to watch the convict put the finishing touches on the new consumer goods factory. It was supposed to be a boost for colony morale, but it was going to make it that much more difficult to maintain his old wheeling and dealing. Now that he'd had a lot of time of it, not that he had a lot of time or enthusiasm for it lately. He was busier than ever these days, and that was good. The work kept him from thinking too much, dwelling on things he didn't understand, and possibly never would. How could Axon have killed Della? And did he? On the face of it, the evidence was pretty damning. Axon had been in the CC just before the incident occurred, and thus might have performed the sabotage. He objected to Brooke's association with Della, and judging from her comments, she might have just made a point of coming between Axon and his beloved computer. He'd been surprised and perhaps a little upset when he'd run into Brooke outside the CC just before the explosion. Of course, he'd been with Brooke, and that couldn't have been the one to set off the explosion if it happened as Echo had suggested. But there were other ways, and Axon might have had an accomplice. On the other hand, though Axon had impressed Brooke as many things, a cold-blooded casual killer was not one of them. What did that mean? Would you know a killer if you met one? What does a killer look like? He didn't know. But until he could find a way to resolve the matter in one way or another, his close association with Axon was over. He still provided Axon with access to vehicles, and in turn to craft, but he wasn't sure if that was out of doubt, courtesy, or fear. Perhaps it was simply out of the lingering belief that Axon really was trying to work for the greater good of the colony. That, for the moment, letting him continue to operate was less of a crime than stopping him. But there were doubts about that too. Though Brooke had been unconscious at the time, some witnesses put Axon on the scene when the gene bank was hijacked and destroyed. Echo had even suggested that Axon might have masterminded the heist, though Brooke couldn't imagine why. It was so hard to understand why anyone would have done it. He was always aware of his responsibility in that event, and lived in dread of the ultimate consequences. There was talk of a raid on Plymouth to liberate their gene bank, and think as he might, the alternatives were few. How could the starship leave without it, and the Plymouthers were likely to just hand it over? He sighed. It was close enough to quitting time, and he wasn't going to get much else done in his present mood anyway. He slid down off the rock and picked up the clipboard. His dirt scooter was parked only a few meters away. He dropped his clipcom in the small cargo box, straddled the seat, and whirred off in the direction of the structure factory, where he was supposed to meet Echo. Okay, let's see. Axon returned to his quarters and slumped wearily into the bunk. He looked around the room, sparse and undecorated. The place felt as empty as his soul. All this work, all this fighting, and what have I got to show for it? He knew the answer even as he posed the question. His work was his life, for better or worse. He had to see things through. And then, what? Never mind that. He couldn't see the end of the current situation, though there had to be one, in death or in triumph. It was just that right now he felt very, very tired. He thought about zoning out, watching the intercom, but decided to check his mail first. The first item caught his immediate attention. It was from the council. A quarters reassignment. He read the text carefully, then read it again. Then he stood up so quickly he nearly bashed his head on the cupboard over the bunk. They can't do this! All thought of rest was gone. He had work to do. They'd taken Kraft, kept him out of the loop, but nothing they'd done was so far compared to this. He was being exiled, and he wasn't going to stand still for it. Oh my. Though both of them had their own quarters, the structure factory was still a favorite place to meet and talk. All factory storage bays were full of anticipation of the next colony relocation, and it would be shut down and quiet there. A nice trade-off for the loss of their usual mechanical floor show. He parked the scooter next to the serviced airlock, cycled through, stowed his spacesuit in a locker, and climbed the ladder into the tram station just outside the factory. As he approached the big utilitarian doors, he noticed the symbol painted there, the circle divided by a line. It was a small one, only a meter across, but it still annoyed him. Who were these people? The interior of the factory was dark and eerily quiet. His footsteps echoed off metal walls as he climbed the long flights of stairs up to the observation balcony where they were to meet. When he reached the last landing, Echo was nowhere to be seen, but there was another symbol painted on the front of a supply locker. How did they get in here? Brooke? He turned to see Echo climbing another set of stairs on the far side of the balcony. He was surprised to see that she wasn't alone. She had two tall men and a stocky woman with her. Brooke, these are some friends I've been wanting you to meet for a long time. I hope you don't mind that I've brought them along. She gestured towards the taller of the two men, thin of face and nose, with an equally thin moustache. This is Jack. She indicated the other man, slightly shorter and at least twice as wide, with a round face, ruddy skin, thick lips, and a wide, flat nose. This is G. And finally the woman. This is Sharon. Echo smiled at him. They're my friends, and I hope they'll be your friends too. Brooke nodded without much enthusiasm. He'd been planning to spend some time alone with Echo and wasn't in the mood for a party. Folks, this is Brooke Panati. I hope he's our latest recruit. Recruit? Echo, what's this all about? I thought we had a date. You have a date, Brooke, with Destiny. Oh my. This is an important day, the day you're invited to join the Masters. The what? Actually, he'd heard the name in association with the graffiti, though he'd wondered if it was any more than wild talk. Echo smiled patiently. The Masters, Brooke. We're a group that believes that the reins of power in Eden are in the wrong hands, and that we've been manipulated by the legacy of the Elders for too long. We want to take Eden back, Brooke, to take our destiny back, to take our future back. It all began to sink in. You destroyed a gene bank, and you used me to get to it. It was an accident, Brooke. We intended only to hold the gene bank and use it for a political exchange. We never intended for anyone to get hurt. That's why you used gas. That's why you carried guns, he responded quickly, expressing more anger than he intended. We're dealing with dangerous people, Brooke, and we have to be prepared to return a deadly response if necessary. But we've never set out to kill anyone, even our enemies. G pointed at the symbol on the locker. We stand for strength and unity of purpose. We wish to create a world of equals. Equals, she repeated. We have high ideals and work for a higher purpose. I don't blame you for being angry. We did use you to get at a gene bank. We did mislead you about the incidents. Not we, I did those things. But it was for a good cause, and we meant you no harm. It's just that you're a useful person, a resourceful person, and we wanted you on our side. We still do. He frowned at her. How can I join you after what you've done? The gene bank was a mistake, Brooke, but not a tragedy. We mean to use the starship to take our ideas to a new and better world. And we don't need the gene bank for that. We're clones, Brooke. Clones of the children of clones. Though we don't think of ourselves that way. We're hand-chosen, the very best of all races on Earth. Why should we dilute that perfection with weaker bloodlines? Mongrelize it with a random crossbreeding, when we can simply clone ourselves and maintain the perfection for all time? Good lord. She smiled and spread her hands. Don't you see, Brooke? We're the masters. All of us. If we only have the will. As for joining us, you already have in a way. Her smile turned coy. The masters have a leader, Brooke. Me. Brooke just stood there, his mouth hanging open, not sure what to say. Great maker, what have you gotten yourself into? Yeah, that's the right attitude, I guess. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. I guess we're gonna start and see where we goes. And again, we're just gonna go and pick up some spaceship parts. It might be a quick mission.
Command control initiated.
So what do we have? We have a scout. 2 scouts actually, and a whole bunch of combat units. You probably want to have them grouped. And this is the starting point, so I want to make sure that our cargo trucks and scouts are safe. And oh, okay. Want to give you exact locations? All the spacecraft parts. Yeah, that's fine, but there's a slight problem in that we don't know where they are. Wait a second, there's something up here, I think, so maybe we won't go there. That seems like a wreckage site. Right? Yeah, the spaceship debris up here. I guess that's where we're gonna go first. And some debris down there. Some up here. Uh-oh. Okay, so they are present. Quite a few of them. Well then, guess let's try to bunch up our units. If they are attacking us, we kind of have to be ready for it. So let's see, is there a way across this terrain? There isn't. So you can stay right here. Right, because they can't cross this ledge. So we're better off trying to turtle on the first on-ramp, whatever you want to call it. That'll be down here. There might not be anything up there. We'll send the scouts up. If there is something, we'll have to send the cargo truck, otherwise we'll just... Yeah, actually we only need 1 cargo truck for that anyway. So 1 scout on this side, 1 scout on the other side, and we'll see if there's something here. Hey, what do you know? There's something here. We did have 1 cargo truck going up. Looks like Plymouth is sending their units through. No, they're just parked there. Okay. Let's see, there was something up here, and that's also actually quite safe. We could try to sneak through without engaging them.
Alert. Vortex imminent.
Vortex. Oh dear. Yeah, let's move our trucks and cargo trucks and vehicles out of the way. Didn't I have a second scout there?
Wreckage loaded.
Wreckage loaded. Excellent. Then you have to return it here, but I don't know if... What I don't know is if I lose the mission if they attack it, I assume.
Vortex detected.
And there's the vortex. Need to keep our vehicles away from that one. And unlike the other things on the map, it actually moves. Didn't I send a scout up here? Oh, it's on this side, okay. And those vehicles aren't moving. So I could choose to inch up that way. But I'm not that peaceful. Okay, I don't think they're actually gonna attack me. I think it's safe to park the vehicle down there.
We are under attack.
Okay, no wreckage on this one. Go down here. Ah, why did the down scout have to move out of the picture frame? I wanted to check this one. Where's the twister? It's there. Okay. And the cargo truck is going down this way. Hopefully this corner is actually safe. I don't know. Let's go up here. There was some wreckage on this side. Oops, sorry about that. Thumped the microphone. Thanks to the cat. Ugh. I'll always blame the cat if I can. Okay, no wreckage down here. You guys are...
Alert. Vortex imminent.
Where? Oh, well, that's kind of unfortunate because that's where we are. More or less. Okay, there's nothing on this side. Ah, dang it. Move up here. I want to make darn sure there isn't something hiding up there. As best as I remember this map, there are a few very well hidden ones. And we're not told where they are, so... At least...
Vortex detected.
There's the twister. Okay, he's coming in to attack me, so... Kill, kill, kill.
Enemy unit sighted. We are under attack.
Okay, nothing here. Wait... Where the heck did I send the other scouts? Oh, there you are. Go here. And you go up here somewhere. It's one thing to explore an area without enemy units, but... Well, they have a full base down here.
Enemy unit sighted.
Wait, enemy unit sighted. Oh, actually used... No, that's why. You saw that thing on the top there. Let's just sneak in with the scout here. I want to see if there are wreckages here. Oh, no. Stop. Looks like we have to go through with an actual armed force. Okay. And again, I have no idea where the heck that darn... Where that darn thing is. Okay, a vortex there, that's fine. The card should be safe down there.
We are under attack.
Can I even attack up there? Can I? I can't, dang it. Okay. Oh, this was a mistake. So we're gonna take tons of damage because our units are so slow.
Warning. Vortex detected.
Oh sure, now you decide to fire back. I told you to attack and then you just decided, we're not gonna. Okay, so this was a big mistake. Oh well. Not the first mistake I've made, and it doesn't get any better with the fact that we can't really see this darn thing. Because of the buttons up here. Arg.
Enemy units sighted.
Cargo trucks, don't go near that part, please. Because then you'll get damaged and destroyed. No, don't go around. Oh, that's why. There's a crater that you can't cross it. So I was tricked. I was tricked, I say. Oh well, took a fair bit of damage there. Unnecessary damage.
We are under attack.
Guys, you kind of need to start to stay focused here. And like, go kill the units. And of course I can select all the vehicles. Arg. Yeah, traveling near the map edge is just annoying. I'm trying to select units near the map edge. I'm trying to select you guys. Cargo trucks work, but not the scouts.
Vortex imminent.
Vortex again! Oh dear, that one could basically reset the mission for us. Okay, all that work and there wasn't anything up here. Well, I could set control groups. Okay, where could that last wreckage be?
Warning. Vortex detected.
I don't know, and they have tons of defensive emplacements. And they have more mobile units. Yeah, this mission will probably have to restart a few times. That, or I'll have to go and cheat a bit and learn exactly where the heck the wreckages are. Did our truck escape?
Vortex imminent.
Truck escaped that one. Oh, the vortex there. Oh wait, are you telling me that... Oh, stop. You can destroy it with just those. And they have better range. So I don't actually need to go within his range of fire.
Warning. Vortex detected.
For the love of God, stop! I don't want you to go down there, because you're gonna die. Ah. Damn stupid things. Okay, so these fixed emplacement we might actually get around with a bit of care. Learning. Whereas you guys are close range lasers.
Alert. Vortex imminent.
Again. More twisters in the same darn spot. You guys kill this one. I'm starting to think that these wreckages aren't located in what looks like obvious spots. I might have to troll the entire map. And I won't have enough units for that. There are way too many Plymouth units on the map.
We are under attack. Warning. Vortex detected. Vehicle destroyed. We are under attack.
Okay, yeah, I think it's safe to say we're not going to succeed on this mission. Not on the first try. Not with this much damage taken. And there's that truck, which is kind of still in peril.
We are under attack.
Yes, I know we're under attack. Does he have a vehicle factory down here? He does not have a vehicle factory. So there's that, I suppose. But he has so many laser emplacements.
Enemy unit sighted. Vehicle destroyed. Alert. Vortex imminent.
Okay. Up there, yeah, that's fine. We're not gonna go up there. So the first wreckage was up here. So no, it wasn't down there. Okay, I'm tempted to think there's something down here. And then one somewhere within his base or something. So I'm sending these long-range ones to attack this one. And get through.
Warning. Vortex detected.
This one's so slow, I might as well keep with the lasers.
Vortex imminent.
Yeah, that's fine. Another whirly whirl. Where did the scout go? Come on.
Warning. Vortex detected.
I'm so tempted to cheat at this point, just to learn exactly the locations. Learn the exact locations. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything up here by the volcano. And again, I have no idea how close I need to be to actually get these things. And I also don't know how we're gonna get through this. I mean, their base is down here. And I don't know how they're gonna react if I attack it. I'm gonna have to assume that they don't have... a...
Wreckage located.
Oh!
Enemy unit sighted.
Okay, so there is wreckage here. What do you know? Okay, and then I'm gonna guess that the last one is somewhere in the middle of the map. That's my guess. Yeah, kill this turret.
Wreckage loaded.
Awesome. And now we need to get our units out again. Let's see. Oh, there are quite a few turrets here, but I think that's the way we have to go. Oh, turrets and tons of cars. Is this a safe?
Vortex imminent.
It isn't a safe route. Okay, in that case. Oh, vortex imminent. Where? Yeah, that's fine. We're not going to be anywhere near that. Okay, all vehicles. If we're gonna sneak past
Alert. Vortex imminent.
that one, we have to get back up here. Another vortex was imminent. Where? Okay. Slightly worse. And now the problem becomes that some of our vehicles are damaged. So they're slower. Like this one is gonna crawl over the map. And these panthers, when
Vortex detected.
Panthers, when damaged, are incredibly slow.
Warning. Vortex detected.
Let's see, if we're gonna sneak past, we're gonna need to destroy that RPG thing. Or we'll have to suffer so much damage. And I know the Blight is approaching. I just don't know from which direction. Okay, I'm gonna gamble that the last barricade is down here. So we'll see. Maybe I'll find it. But I think that'll have to be another time. It is time for a break. Thank you for watching.